Kyle Austin, Mike Griffith from MLive.com here at Spartan Stadium ahead of Saturday's big game, number 5 Michigan State versus number 7 Oregon. Just talked to all the Michigan State players, coaches. Mike, what do fans need to know about Saturday's game?
Well, Mark D'Antonio was really embracing this big game environment. I mean, for him, he was a little, I think, giddy would be the word I'd use. He had some fun with the media today, talking about how long the press conference was going. He pointed out Michigan State was 4-1 in their last 5 games against top 5 teams. Little known fact, Mark Helfrich, the Oregon coach, Kyle, 7-2 versus top 25 teams. So you've got 2 coaches that know how to handle the big game environment, and certainly it will be a big game environment. Mark D'Antonio encouraging the Spartan fans to make a lot of noise and to disrupt the no-huddle. And Mark D'Antonio also calling out Oregon a little bit, saying he didn't think that Autzen Stadium was any louder than Spartan Stadium. So now he doesn't have to go back there for a while, I'm guessing. But so it was pretty interesting just to see how Coach D'Antonio was having some fun with that press conference today.
Yeah, you know, one thing that stood out to me is you talk about last year, we talked a lot about tempo, and that's been the big trend in college football. And I think Michigan State, the defense feels a lot more comfortable, I think, with this tempo. You know, they went against Oregon last year, and we saw them kind of fall apart towards the end, their defense. And then they play Indiana, a tempo team. They play Baylor, a tempo team. I think they get a little bit better each time dealing with that. And they talked about how they spent all season just having a better idea of what to expect from an offense that does what Oregon does. And I think they feel more confident now in their preparation in the last week.
Well, you know, Mark D'Antonio was asked if he had an Oregon period, and he said no, but we do some things similar. So my guess, and I'd say this is a pretty educated guess, is that they have a period where they play up-tempo on defense and substitute, because what happened at Oregon was something they realized could never happen again. They got gassed. You saw Michigan State get absolutely whipped in the 4th quarter, and we haven't seen that before, Kyle. We really haven't seen it since. You know, take a look at that versus the Baylor game, where they scored 21 points and they shut out Baylor in the 4th quarter. So they put that lesson to use, I suppose, and they'll have an opportunity to do that again against an Oregon team that Mark D'Antonio said as a quarterback reminded him a little bit of Russell Wilson.
Yeah, you look at Vernon Adams, the Eastern Washington. Obviously, he tore up the FCS. I think there's some questions about how his game would translate to FBS. You know, he led an offense that put up 61 points on Saturday.
731 yards, second most ever for Oregon.
So if people are hoping for kind of a step down after Marcus Mariota left, I'm not sure that they're going to see it. I think they're going to have to prepare for a high-scoring offense. And, you know, Connor Cook, I think, has kind of come out this week and basically said, I'm ready for a shootout. And I don't think that takes anything away from Michigan State's defense. I think we're in an era of college football where these offenses are going to score, and you just need to be prepared to keep up. And I think Michigan State's offense is ready to do that this week.
Well, this is one of the games that Connor came back for. I mean, he came back for the whole season, but make no mistake about it, and I wrote this story on MLive.com earlier, Connor Cook is not used to being outplayed, and he's not used to being upstaged. And last year, Marcus Mariota absolutely stole that show, and Connor Cook fell into the background. And if Connor wants any chance of being a first-team All-American or being in the Heisman Trophy race, Kyle, I think he's got to win a game like this, because beating the good Big Ten teams, he's not going to get enough respect. He's going to have to do it against Oregon. He's going to have to outduel the Oregon offense for him to get the kind of honors and awards that I think he's worthy of.
All right, well, that'll do it for today. Check with MLive.com/Spartans for all the coverage, and we'll see you Saturday night.